Hello, hello. Tonight we're going to tell a tarot story. We're going to focus on our Virgos tonight. We're chilling. We're taking our time. Join us. Pull up a chair. Get cozy. Get a beverage. We're just telling a story. Don't get too invested. But as with all stories, take what you feel applies. Use it for your benefit. Hear the story in good health. Take what works, leave what doesn't. It's just a story. All right. A story for the Virgos. Where do we start? Tell us about our Virgo. What's our main character like? Ooh, there we go. Ooh, we got 2 cards to describe them. Ooh. Listen, sometimes my hands don't work. Don't mind that anyway. So, to begin, we have the 7 of Swords. All right. This, we're getting away with something? What are we getting away with? That's in the other card. All right. And then the other card. Ooh. The 2 of Cups. Oh. We're getting away with something? Romantic, perhaps? Ooh. Oh. Oh, this is already starting out very scandalous. Let's do it. Let's do this. Oh, I'm excited. Our main character is getting away with something, thinking only of themselves. Come on, Virgos. What are you up to? Yeah. When we're talking about the 7 of Swords, we're talking about disregarding other people's opinions, doing what feels right for you, regardless of how it affects other people. Okay? And often that means trying to get away with something you probably shouldn't be doing. But that doesn't always mean that's what's up. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, the 2 of Cups. Now, this can be a few things. Now, one thing that is consistent with the 2 of Cups and the 2s in general is that we're a little off balance. And the Cups being your intuition, that means your intuition is off balance. We're not listening to other people's opinions, and our view of our intuition is a little off. Oh my. We're definitely getting into something. There were 2 cards in, y'all. What are you up to, Virgos? What are you doing? Oh, man. Off balance intuition. Man, this main character is a mess. Look at the floor. It's all covered in junk. Off balance intuition. Focusing on a relationship, perhaps. All right, let's continue. Let's get a little bit more information about this character here, this main character. Tell us a little bit more about this Virgo. 2 of Cups, 7 of Swords. What are we up to? What path is this Virgo on? Tell us. What path is this Virgo on? What's this Virgo up to? Oh, someone's keeping secrets. They are trying not to tell. Ooh. Oh, the 7 of Wands, these 7s. We're getting these off-balance numbers. Someone's not letting go of some shit. This is like grudge holding numbers. 7 of Wands. Now, 7 of Wands is standing your ground. through attacks. Usually emotional attacks. Because the Wands. Sometimes it means you have a moral high ground. So that could be a good sign. Although the 2s and 7s, I don't know. We're not seeing a whole lot of balance here. Not a whole lot of self-reflection either. Ugh. Yikes. Although, I guess for a Virgo that makes sense, but it depends on the rest of your chart and like your personality. Disregard. I'm talking out my ass sometimes. Anyway, let's continue. Something. So, I need more information. Tell me about the drama. The 2 of Swords. Someone is just not listening. We got 2s and 7s. 2s and 7s. 9s. Jeez. The 2 of Swords is, it's not listening to your intuition. And being blinded or being blind to your choices. Someone is just making bad choices here, pretending like they don't have good options. Like, no, I don't see a way out of this. No, I don't. I mean, I'm just such a victim. Everyone's attacking me because I'm not considering their feelings. What is this? Who are you? Everyone's attacking me. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. Everyone's attacking me because I'm not listening to their feelings. I don't care about their feelings. And so everybody hates me. Oh my Lord. I mean, yeah, I guess we can all get into this headspace sometimes. It just depends on how far you take it, right? Are you being a dick on purpose? Or are you like literally just like protecting yourself, keeping yourself safe from other people's energies? It depends on your scenario. But this is certainly an attitude to have. Okay, who's surrounding this person? Why do they have this attitude? What's going on? Who is surrounding this person? Who's around them? Because they are on a path of like self-righteousness. They're very guarded. Let's see, we have a whole chunk of cards here to go through, so sit back, relax. All right, so we have the Lovers. Now, major arcana are a little bit more complex. And we'll take context from the cards we've already pulled, right? So the Lovers, being a 6, is a little bit more balanced, but it represents the presence of loving all things, really. Love being a universal force, like big L love, you know, like think Holy Spirit type shit, like love, right? This is like the love that permeates all things. The love that drove God to create the love of creation that drives us to like create that kind of passion. Passion's the right word, not love. Passion. It's the presence of passion, right? And whenever the presence of passion is here, we have a decision. Are we going to create, and what are we going to create, right? What are we going to use that passion for? Okay, so surrounding this person is a lot of passion, a lot of big feelings, very likely, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. All right. So the question was, what is surrounding this person and why do they feel the need to guard themselves? Why do they feel so off kilter like this? And here's our answer. It's because they're surrounded by people who are passionate and opinionated and anxious. Oh, the Nine of Swords, as you can see, is just deep anxiety. We're not always aware of our deep anxiety. It doesn't necessarily keep us awake at night. This is not a literal, I've had too many people get readings, get this card and go, I'm not up awake at night. I'm not anxious. Yes. Yes, you are. You may not be aware of what's making you anxious, but it's manifesting in something else that you're doing. You may be sleeping more often. You may be moving around more than you usually do. You may be doom scrolling more than you usually do. Like any major change that doesn't seem like it's from a positive place could be coming from something that's making you anxious and may need a little bit more examination, right? So, but this being easily distracted. Let's get back on point. This is what's surrounding this person. Just a whole bunch of anxiety and passion that doesn't look like it has like a good place to be. Let's see what else is here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So that's material things moving very slowly. So it could be that this Virgo's financial situation is improving, but like at a snail's pace. Because the Knight of Pentacles has like cement blocks on his feet. That's just how the Knight of Pentacles moves. So that just represents your things are building. Physical wealth is building. It's just a slow and just arduous, difficult process, right? It's not quick. We also have the King of Cups. All right, remember this all came out to answer the question, what is surrounding this Virgo and making them feel like they need to guard themselves and like they're mentally and spiritually off balance, emotionally guarded, and mentally only thinking of themselves, right? So like covering all the bases, this person is like just refuses to listen to anybody else, feels kind of trapped in their situation and in their mind, doesn't feel like they can express themselves, express their opinions without getting attacked, right? It's definitely a very guarded situation. And they feel this way because they're surrounded by like anxiety and people who are just people who are deeply passionate and anxious, and so that may make them like act out a little bit and make this person uncomfortable sharing their feelings. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, like their wealth is building but really, really slowly, so maybe they're kind of stuck in a situation with like roommates or something. And then you have the King of Cups, which is your intuition. So their intuition is strong, right? This Virgo. The King of Cups is like the strongest your intuition could be. So it could be that they're kind of trying to stay one step ahead of the people around them, because that's kind of how the King of Cups operates. He plays things close to the chest. Pardon me. Yeah. Doesn't really communicate his next move because he's trying to be one step ahead of the pack. That's a phrase that's kind of sticking in my head. At least that's the goal. It doesn't necessarily mean that's where you're at, Virgo, but that is the goal, right? So the desire is to be a little bit farther ahead than everybody else, or at least like have an edge. Have your feet on solid ground, even though you're surrounded by turmoil. It's going to be hard to see because the lighting is terrible and my camera is terrible. So just bear with me. You're probably... If I'm doing this right, you're not actually watching me, you're just listening. But anyway, let us continue. The Queen of Wands is our next card. I feel like I flipped through a card already. What? I'm not going to think about it. Don't do thinking. When we're doing tarot, we don't think, right? Okay, so the Queen of Wands. This is, strong, passionate feelings. This could be people. This could be gossipers. The Queen of Wands, to me, has always represented people who are kind of like catty and mean girly. Not to say that they are always female. Trust me, this is like gatekeepers and, the guys who see you wearing a band t-shirt and make you prove that you actually know a few songs by the band type shit. It's like that kind of attitude type people, right? Kind of arrogance. There we go. Now, the arrogance could be coming from people around them, could be coming from them. Here's fun fact. You share personality traits with the 7 people you spend the most time with. So if you're spending a lot of time with people who you hate, you still may be picking up shit from them. So you got to monitor yourself for that shit. It sucks. It sucks. But yes, you do get fleas whether you like it or not. You got to keep track of it. 9 of Cups is our next card. 9 of Cups. Pardon me. The 9 of Cups. It's like wishes coming true. These cards are not necessarily bad. But the cups are, again, your intuition. This is a strong, a well-built, that's the word, well-built intuition. Yeah, a well-built intuition doesn't necessarily mean abundance. As we can see, we are just among the ferns, and the trees are bare. So having your cups in front of you doesn't necessarily mean that they're full, right? We may be like spiritually fulfilled, right? We may find ourselves feeling like that King of Cups, right? Feeling spiritually full, right? That doesn't mean that socially we are fulfilled. So that might be something that needs to be worked on. That's all. Continuing. The Page of Pentacles. More of that slow building. Now, the Page of Pentacles, though, means being ready for anything. The Page of Pentacles has a little bag. This little bag, from which they can draw whatever they choose. Ready for anything. We're trying to prepare. What are we preparing? I mean, the inevitable downfall, but like, other than that, other than like everything, other than everything crashing down, what else are we preparing for? Let's see. Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, 9 of Cups, Page of Lots of major arcana and the nines. This is a strong reading. I love it when we get consistent numbers. We have nines and we have suit cards. This is all very strong energy. Whatever's going on with this Virgo, it's very strong, very clear energy because the 2s and 7s all add up to 9s. We have the 9s over here, so pause. What are you up to, Virgo? What are you doing? What are you doing? I think that the Virgo is justified in this guardedness. I think that the Virgo is doing what is right for them. I think the Virgo is protecting themselves from people who are surrounding them, trying to monitor themselves and get ready and be ready to move on. As it is 3 times 3, the number 9 has magic status and is a sacred number. The have fun with this. The numerological sum of Baha'i. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. I need to educate myself. Is a symbol of perfection. The number of Lord Brahma, the creator, in Hinduism. The Pythagoreans recognize the 3 times 3 as the Ennead. Ennead? The first square of an odd number. Falls short of the perfect 10. We're skimming. The Eleusinian mysteries describe the 9 spheres through which human consciousness must pass on the journey of its rebirth into a new body. In the Tantric system, 9 is called Nava. There are 9 virtues of Dharma, the rules of living according to the divine law. Because it is the last single-digit number, there is a sense of completion and wholeness about the number 9. 9 represents achievement, culmination of a task. Human embryos gestate for 9 months. Very, very interesting. I think that this Virgo is close to the end of a journey. I think that this Virgo is close to reaching their goals, and it's slow going. And I think they are dissatisfied with where they are at with the 4 of Cups, but they're also not seeing something. There's something that they are missing. Like they're thinking only of themselves, which is exactly what they should be doing because they are surrounded by negative influence that can cause anxiety in them. So of course they're going to protect their energy so that they can grow and build their intuition and their social situation. Switch up that social situation and build it and grow it. And just be prepared to move on with their lives. And at the same time, while they're focusing on themselves, they're missing something. Tell us about this thing, this cup that they are missing. This missing cup. Oh my. Okay. All right. We will take all the flipped things. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Okay. So we have the Page of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. So, trapped in your brain, unable to communicate. It's preventing you from seeing this final cup from your 9, which completes your 10. There is something that the Virgo is missing. It has to do with the intuition and or the emotions. I'm not sure what exactly this looks like. This could be a romantic situation. There is always the possibility for that. This could be a skill. With the cups, this is often going to be related to something spiritual. It looks like we were already, that was our strongest attribute that we were building because we have that King of Cups. And so it looks like we just need to acquire this last cup, right? There's something, it's not something physical that is missing, it seems. It's not a physical, it's not the coins didn't come up here, right? So it's not a physical thing that's missing. It's not your wealth that needs to be continued to be built. Your social situation isn't the thing that we were focused on. This is like family and spiritual satisfaction, right? Whatever that means for this individual, this person, they can gain that cup by communicating. That 8 of Swords means that we're not communicating. We're cutting ourselves off. So we need to communicate. Virgo, communication is required. Why is it so simple? Why is it so simple? Why is it always simple? All right. I got a couple things to finish off the Virgo session with. All right? All right? You cool with that? Okay, good. Now, the first thing, after we clean up our cards a little bit, is I have this cryptid deck, and it's just cryptids in the major arcana. It's just major arcana only, but it is a little deck of cryptids. So we're just gonna pull one. Just gonna pull one for our Virgos, just to give us vibes going forward. Give us a general vibe moving forward for our Virgo. What's the vibe of the journey? Is this a horror story? Is it a romance? What kind of story is this? What's the genre? What's the genre of Virgo's story, y'all? What's going on? I was about to say they have nothing to say. Justice. I don't know what cryptid this is supposed to be. If you have any idea what cryptid appears in a gas mask, I would love to know. Please tell me. So yeah, Justice. We are, hold on. So Justice is getting what you deserve, right? It's everyone getting what they deserve. It's like karmic outlet? Karmic outlet? That doesn't feel correct. Karmic justice is repetitive. Come on. What is the correct word? Justice. I keep getting karmic outlet. I don't know what that means. Sometimes words just come, and I don't know. If it has meaning to you, good. Don't mean nothing to me. Karmic outlet. Justice is... I'm getting the Sword of Damocles. This is not something I would usually say. But yeah, ultimately it's like getting what we deserve. That's everyone involved getting what they deserve. Hopefully that means the meek in can't even say it right, so maybe not. The meek will inherit the earth. Getting what they deserve. What do you deserve, Virgo? Be honest with yourself. What do you deserve? I think you deserve good things. I think everyone deserves some basic good things, right? But yeah, getting the karma comeback, right? So yeah, the overall feeling of the journey, the overall vibe, the genre of the story is a story of justice, people getting what they deserve. I kind of like that, actually. And it's just like a Virgo to make sure that everyone gets exactly what they deserve. Well, yeah, it's kind of Virgo-y. All right, our last deck, if you choose to stay for it, is called the Demon Tarot. Had it for a while. It is not like the typical tarot deck. I will be reading from the book. No, you won't have to listen to paragraphs if you don't want to. All right. But yeah. La carte infernale. I don't know how my pronunciation is. All right. And we have a couple visitors for our Virgos. We have Amon. And we have Forfor. Or Furfur. I don't know how to pronounce these names. They are in alphabetical order. So we are going to find them. And I am going to vamp a little bit until we do. So, Amon. Yeah. If Amon Ra and Amon are indeed the same being, perhaps that is the reason why Amon's gift is the ability to mend fractured relationships. After all, the excuse for a severed friendship is often, we're different people now. It is possible Amon knows better than most that it is possible to change so much as to be virtually unrecognizable and yet still be the same person underneath. Focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences, finding common ground. Okay, so our first visitor, Amon, is someone who helps to repair relationships and help you find common ground. Find you common ground. The next one is 4-4. Don't mind me. I'm just making noises for the bat deer. All right. Furfur. Furfur is said to be able to create storms and tempests, incite passions, and cause lightning to strike and thunder to shake the land wherever the conjurer requests. It would seem that in conjunction with Furfur's rakish name, his gifts are destructive and cruel. However, Furfur's other gift is the ability to strengthen the bond between married couples into something unbreakable and eternal. I am dead. What is happening? What is going on? Oh my gosh. I love it when this kind of shit happens in a reading, y'all. Virgos, your reading is amazing. Oh, what a fun story you have. There's so much going on. So we see that Furfur's gift for stirring passion and excitement can be used for destruction when used in excess, but it can be one of the most valuable tools when used in moderation. How fun. Of course, relationships should be built on trust that don't require a magical triangle, so Furfur's gifts should be considered with judgment. I mean, I do hope we're not summoning demons. That's not the goal. Divination. Focus on enduring love and passion. Beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. This just kind of goes along with the whole reading. This whole thing. I feel like we talked about this already. I don't remember. I kind of dissociate during a reading, but I feel like this relates to everything. This is a fun story, y'all. All right. To recap. All right. Virgos, according to the story, this Virgo is thinking only of themselves. They're keeping to themselves, they're keeping secrets, they're not telling people where they're going, what they're doing, and they're acting suspiciously. The people around them are letting them know that they're feeling a little suspicious of this Virgo. They're wondering what this Virgo is up to. And this Virgo is not telling them that they are building their wealth and that they are building their status and that their goal is to get away. What the Virgo is missing is that there is someone who wants to build a relationship with them. As they're trying to get away from everything and everyone and thinking the only person I should care about is myself, right? That's our feeling. The only person I should care about is myself because that's the only person who cares about me, right? Fair enough. Sometimes that shit is true, but sometimes it's just a story we tell ourselves to protect ourselves from rejection. Just saying. Anyway, please, I hope you can't hear the helicopter going over my house. My house specifically is a flyover zone for military helicopters. Please disregard any rumbling you hear. Anyway, yeah, so I really hope that this person is able to reach you, Virgo. I really hope that you let this person reach you and that you allow yourself to connect with this person. I really hope you're open to connecting with this person because you can get the love you deserve and the support you deserve. You can find what you've always wanted in a relationship if you are willing and open to communicate with the people around you and get to know them a little bit and see if maybe they're willing to get to know you. It's hard to get to know someone who's kind of a brick wall. So, just saying. I mean, I personally, that's my garage. I really hope you can't hear that rumbling either. But anyway, yeah, I personally have also been through this kind of scenario. I get it. I hear you. Sometimes it's easier to be closed off, friend. 100%. And also, it's healthy to communicate with the people around you, and it's healthy to build relationships, even though it is also scary. Good luck, Virgo. I hope you find that cup, that elusive cup that has been getting away from you. I really hope that you can build your relationships with the people around you and grow into the person that you are meant to be. Ooh, I can't wait to see the next episode of your story. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. That was awkward. Bye-bye.